Hi, this is Ezzy H1223 in response to the Amazing Atheist, challenge, saying that there is basically nobody else to challenge him. So here I am to step into the ring. I'm not really here to debate because I don't really believe in the concept of debating. To me, that's like a dog chasing its tail. For example, you have one person on one side with their view, they think they're right, and there's another person on the other side who think they're right, and on it goes, blah blah blah. No, I'm right because I articulate my words better, or I'm using logic as my point of reference, and the other one says, oh well, I'm more superior or whatever because of my religion, and on it goes, yada yada. So I don't really care about debating. I'm just here to put out my feelings, my opinions on the topic of Christianity and the existence of God. And apparently, according to you, Amazing Atheist, you don't believe in God because logically or scientifically it cannot be proved, as you say. But the funny thing about that is, isn't that being a little kind of, arbitrary? Because you're always accusing other Christians of being arbitrary. They only have one way of thinking. It's this way, it's what, the Bible says, and that's it. Well, if that's the way you see us, as being arbitrary, I would also say that you're arbitrary too, because you're only basing this on, basically science, or the logic of science, or science logic, and that's your particular view, or maybe proof, as you would say. But the funny thing about that is, you say that, you're coming from, more of a logical view. Things that can be proven, things that are tangible, things that science can say, okay, so-and-so experiment concludes that this thing is real, or this thing runs, or this thing walks, or this thing is this size. But then again, who's to say that science, or the logic of science, or the logic of mankind, or the general public, is the point of view that you should look at Christianity? I mean, even from a logic's point of view, wouldn't it be just kind of limiting or small-minded to say that science is like the only logic that there is? I mean, if you're talking about the logic of man is imperfect, sometimes irrational, meaning that he's infallible. Well, not infallible, but fallible. Just like myself, I am imperfect, and if man is using logic or science as his reference point of everything, the fact is it's not perfect either. So why would you just automatically assume that science is just, the way to go? I'm sorry, this is rambling on. This is my first video on YouTube, so it might be a little bit long and pain in the neck to listen to. But basically what I'm saying is, in life on a whole, why would you just use one perspective to view something? And in the first place, why are you just viewing Christianity from just, mankind or a scientific logic point of view? That's kind of like putting a circle into a square, or a square into a circle. You're using the wrong, perspective. Rather, coming at it from I shouldn't even say Christianity point of view, but a view seeing as how that has to do with the supernatural. Why not come at it with a supernatural perspective? Because you're dealing with the supernatural, so it seems kind of strange that you would try to judge it using logic of man, which is really limited. Yes, we do know a lot, and we're probably going to gain more knowledge as we go, but still, it's limited, and I think its application to understand the Bible is rather the wrong use of it, really. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with the logic of man, but it's probably the wrong application, and probably the wrong perspective to come at it. So it's funny to me that you would just use that only and not come from, a kind of unbiased point of view by saying, well, maybe there's other possibilities, because logic is, more or less a matter of perspective. Why come from one point of logic rather than being objective and maybe trying to take a look at the subject matter, in this case Christianity and the Bible, from a different perspective, instead of just saying, oh, well, man proves that, it doesn't exist according to the science data, but maybe the fact is you're using the wrong tools for finding out what you need to find out. It's kind of like going to soccer practice and I'm going to start using basketball. It's the wrong application. It's the wrong apparatus for a sport. So why not try a supernatural approach, even if you don't necessarily agree with the supernatural or believe in the supernatural, but at least just try to come at it with that angle and think that, okay, well, maybe I am coming from it with the wrong logic, or man's logic maybe is the wrong perspective of looking at the Bible, that maybe I should come at it with a different perspective. Technically I don't think you can prove or disprove God in a scientific context. Man is not perfect, and therefore, he will make mistakes, and not only just make mistakes, but the fact is, his knowledge, according to Christianity and the Bible, God is on a higher, different level, so why would you compare apples and oranges? It's better to compare an orange to an orange. That makes more sense. So I just want you to think about that and respond to me back. So that's all I have to say for now, and there'll be more and better, entertaining, and not boring like this. Bye.